Hi, my name is Suzanne, and we're live again with BeachCity Life. I'm with the CEO, the founder, the amazing, extraordinaire, Leigh Kelson.
I don't know about that.
I just did that to him. He was like, what the hell are you talking about?
It's not what my wife says.
Whoops. Anyway, we're in the middle of a hurricane storm right now.
Well, cyclone, right? Cyclone Debbie hit the north 2 days ago, and now we're getting all of that come down into Brisbane, so it's pretty crazy out there.
And this is kind of the startup kind of lifestyle, where we just make shit happen, and we're still here.
That's it, right? Yeah, we improvise.
We do. We just make it happen, and
Yeah.
sometimes things happen, and you just have to be agile. You have to adapt.
You just have to adapt, you have to pivot and work with what you got, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And is that, being that is startup lifestyle, everyone's like, in America, it's like hustle. We
Yeah.
just grind away.
Yeah.
And do you think that's like a good lifestyle to maintain? It's not sustainable when you think about it, right?
Well, look, I talk to a lot of, younger people and startup people and people that are entrepreneurially minded and spirited, and I think they think that you just got to keep going 24/7, right? That there's this destination that they're going to get to, and I think, I hate this cliche thing, the journey, but it really is with entrepreneurship. I think you've got to be prepared to, if you're going to get on the coaster, you've got to be prepared to ride the highs and the lows of the coaster, and so I think to do that, you've got to balance it, right? You've got to keep an even keel, and you've got to live a healthy lifestyle. You've got to be on your game, right?
It's also like it's a better way to describe of an entrepreneurial lifestyle. It's like a marathon runner. You just have to pace yourself.
Yeah, you do. And look, one of my favourite sayings is it's a marathon, not a sprint, right? So, from my perspective, you've got to keep healthy, you've got to eat well, you've got to have outlets and pursuits, whether that's creative, artistic outlet, or whether that's a sporting, fitness activity. You've got to get the right amount of sleep,
Is that how Beach City groups, Beach City Life has came about?
Yeah, I think so. It's been a bit of an evolution as to, Beach City really started life as our mission is to support entrepreneurs, particularly the younger entrepreneurs in Australia. Late high school, moving into their university years and then into their late 20s, where they need to access, some experienced people that have been around and can short circuit things for them and make their life a little bit easier. So really my motivation was to try and make the path for the next generation coming through, or this generation coming through, easier than it was for me, because it's pretty tough for me starting in the 80s.
Was it do you feel like now, is that why you sharing that knowledge, there's a legacy move as well, but you also see that it's growing the next generation and the future of Australia as well, because it seems like they're everywhere I go now, because I travel quite a lot. Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, Perth, Adelaide are growing a hub of entrepreneurs.
Yes.
And it's an ecosystem. Essentially what we'll be creating is a network for Australia to be competitive globally.
Right, and that's exactly what we need to be. And I think the best way to approach that is if we can build some capability into that group, that younger group, and not academic capability, if you like.
Anyone could be street smart or book smart. It's just sometimes we're leaning one way or the other, right? But I do feel like entrepreneurs tend to be creative or agile or adaptable, and they have a bit of book smart.
Yeah. So I think that probably that street smarts is the bit that I find is the real entrepreneurial street smarts. If you can build that and you can share some, I think a lot of the times the theory says one thing, but practice is a very different thing.
It's all about execution and refining those executions and learning from those.
Right, what works, what doesn't work, not putting all your eggs in one basket, not throwing too much money at it, not going too early, where you needed to spend a little bit more time building out your model, all those sorts of little things that with youthful exuberance you might dive into without...
It does work at the beginning, a little bit, I have to say, where you just go gun-ho.
Yeah.
But then after a while you have to step back and it's did that work? Did that really work? How can we make that more efficient?
Right, well, or probably even more so, and then now what? If it did work or didn't work, it's okay, now what do I do? Where do I go now?
That's the thing that a lot of people struggle with, but also the entrepreneurial lifestyle, sometimes we hit that, the barrier where it's it's not working. Why?
Right.
Or you just have that point where you just feel like everything you try is not working as well. Yeah. And everyone has those moments.
Of course, everybody does. And what I find is interesting is when I go around and talk to a lot of startups and and do mentoring with them, it's always a really specific problem at that time in their business. So it's a real timing thing. One of my favourite sayings is timing is everything in business. So it's really important to focus on the particular stage that your business is at and what you're grappling with at that particular time.
How can people, who do you recommend people follow? Are we looking for particular types, or just like anyone who wants to reach their mindset?
Oh, look, I think anyone that's really trying to work out how they balance their aspirations. They want to go and do something. They want to start a company. Somebody that sometimes when people start out businesses, they get a lot of negative vibes from people around them. Like you're crazy, it'll never work. You're going to go and get a real job.
Naysayers kind of make me think, there's more opportunity that way than that anything. So what's hard? It's finding those naysayers now. Like, someone tell me what's going wrong, because I feel like there's too much of easy flow, and we need some kind of Christian rule.
Yeah, I think they're going to make an announcement here. So.
Oh, we're live.
We are live.
We've got some news.
And we got news.
We've been advised by the Queensland Police, and in the interest of public safety, a decision has been made to suspend the scheduled programming.
We had to cancel the program at the moment.
Oh, Myriad's been shut down.
For today.
For today.
For today.
Oh, what a shame.
We go. We have a recap, but the recap is that.
So Queensland Police have issued a notice to say that it's in the interest of public safety.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Good interview, Carmen. Thank you, Carmen, for watching us and watching all the interviews as well. Can you finally? Is there a website for everyone who's interested in?
Yeah, beachcity.com.au, and also go to our Facebook page and follow our Facebook page.
Definitely, if you like this interview, I would love it if you share it out and so you let people know that there is resources and people to help you find ways to maintain balance.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone. High five, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. High five. Don't leave me hanging.